All right, we're up. All right. Good evening, all. Thank you for joining us for the Measure of a Man Barbershop series. We're here with Mr. Andre Scott, better known as Chinks the Barber, a Philadelphia barber doing big things. Part of the Hair Hustle, Hair Hustlers, Clip Ahead. He has his own app. So I'm giving the floor to you. Chink, tell me more about yourself. How did you get into being a barber? When did you decide? And what's your story?
Well, I've been in this industry now for 22 years. Um, I started out in the streets of North Philadelphia, raised by my grandma. And in the streets of North Philadelphia, is basically you had two choices in life: it was sell drugs or sell drugs. And I wanted to alter that way everybody else was going. So I decided to start cutting hair, so we'll make a little couple dollars instead of selling the drugs. Picked up as a hobby, and then slowly but surely I turned it into a career and a profession, and the rest is history. Within my 22 years, I had a chance to cut stars from LaShawn McCoy to Katina Mobley to rap stars Tone Trump, cut on plenty of movie sets. Movie by the name of By Any Means Necessary on Pound, what is Warner Brothers movies, be out late this year. Meet plenty of stars, travel the world, take care of my family, all off from the profession of cutting hair. I recently released an instructional DVD called Be the Barber 101. It sold over 2,600 copies within a year. I released an app called Chink the Barber. That's ChinkDA Barber. Free app available on Androids and iTunes to make it a little bit easier and convenient for my clients to book appointments of that sort. See little tutorials about myself, little instructional videos, and just follow my whole movement as far as the Building Better Barbers tour. So I just turned, a brain into everything. I turned Chink the Barber into Think Chink and just turned it to a marketing brand.
I want to give you an opportunity right now to talk more about your brand, to talk more about the movement that you got going on. One of the things that's a big component of the Measure of a Man Barbershop series is we want to highlight the barbers and the work that they're doing because at one, you're changing the industry, and two, as barbers, you're very important to our society. So, can you tell us more about your app, the instructional DVD, Build a Better Barber Tour? Tell us more about that.
Okay, well, I can start off with just a while ago. What the heck? I got about 18 years in cutting hair. Like this is all I'm gonna do, just be behind the chair the rest of my life. I'm like, I need to do something else and think outside the box. And the box, as I consider, is your station, the chair that you cut behind of. That's your box. And I needed to think outside the box. So I needed to come up with different ideas within the hair industry to make a revenue from. Okay, so I started with the idea of doing an instructional DVD. I had a lot of people on social networks asking me about tips and trades and things of that sort. So I figured, well, you know something, if I make a instructional DVD, sell it for a nice price to help educate, pass on the knowledge that I learned to the next generation. Because see, when I was coming up, nobody was willing to teach me. I had to learn a lot of things on my own. So with doing that, I started my own instructional DVD, educating barbers. On the top of that, the first like 10 minutes of my instructional DVD is a preview of a documentary I'm working on, so people can see a look where I'm from, the corners I used to stand on, the house I used to live in that's boarded up, windows busted out. See where I come from. The little corner I used to stash drugs into. Like I didn't want to become a product of my environment. You know what I mean? I wanted to change the environment that I was around, my neighborhood. I want to reach for the stars and allow people to know instead of making that left turn, you can make that right turn and look what I become. I mean, you can travel the world, you can buy things, you can do everything you want to do in life by doing it the right way, by just being a barber. So I came out with the DVD. It helped me a whole lot. I toured the country promoting my DVD from a lot of seminars, barber classes, expos, you name it all. I've been all around the United States last year. I didn't travel over 20 times just promoting that DVD, people flying me out. Also, we're working for a hair company by the name of Influence Hair Care based out of Norfolk, Virginia. I was able to get educated on products, all right? Because, see, when you're young and you coming up, you just use a generic product that's sold in the stores. But if you use an exclusive product that's not sold in the stores, is a natural product, you can stand by it. So now you can educate your clients on hair health, skin care. So now they got beautiful imperial skin. They also got good and healthy hair, so now they don't have to get bald heads at the age of 25. Okay, but if you can educate people about a product and you can sell them and buy, and they buy into what you're selling, and it's not a gimmick, it's not a game, it's a real good product. Then they willing to buy the product, but then where they gonna get the product from? That's when you buy the product wholesale, you retail it. Okay, so now I roughly make about $400 or $500 a week just off selling products. Okay, to my clients. All right, because they can't get it from nowhere else. So then that's $400 or $500 I made thinking outside that box, but also it's still inside that box. If you follow what I'm saying. Okay, so that's a residual income I got coming in weekly. So you just say I have a bad week and it's $300 a week. Time that's about four. That's $1,200. $1,200 can pay enough bills for any household these days in America. All right. Also, I decided to come out with the Chink the Barber app. Somebody brought it to my attention about my schedule being so crazy and so compact. I said, what can I do to help my clients to make it much easier? Because I travel from Sunday through Tuesday. I'm back in the shop Wednesday through Saturday. So usually clients will call me, text me about an appointment. And I was wondering, like, what can I do to help these clients book their appointment much easier and faster? I mean, back out the app. Everybody use their phones these days. Everybody on their phone, majority of the day, you spend the time in your phone. If it's a social network, texting, phone calls, surfing the internet, you're always in your phone. So why not make it convenient for people to just download a free app, go in there, schedule their appointment, make a profile, got your password, and book your appointment. But I also have to be mindful that it's people out here that's jealous and envy. So I don't want nobody making a fraudulent appointment. So now I make you put a deposit down, half of your haircut, which is $15, book your appointment, and that $15 go towards your haircut. Now, if you miss your haircut appointment, that money stay with me. It's written right there in the print. So if you miss your appointment, it's because of your own doing, you don't get your money back. So now I'm able to keep my appointments running in order. Okay, and by the grace of God, since I made this app, it's a whole lot convenient. I didn't gain probably over about 20 customers within 2 months, let alone with the clientele I got of 170, I think 86 to be around that number. So now I'm over 200 clients, okay, faithful clients that come every week, come every 2 weeks. Excuse me. So just off that app helped me get my name out there. Actually, right now I should be about, I ain't checking for the day, but last time I checked, I was at 1905. That's how many downloads I had within a 2-month frame. Also, I got over 37 countries that downloaded my app. I got some countries I couldn't even pronounce when I first saw the name. I'm like, huh? I mean, you got things like, you got Asia, Indonesia. I got over 25 downloads in Canada. You got Hawaii. You got Australia. You got Japan, China, like South Africa. Like these countries I never visit, but people follow my movement in them countries and support me that much to download the app. Okay, so they things I thought outside the box with. I thought about coming out with my own wristbands, my own T-shirts, Think Chink T-shirts. I got shirts that just say "Just Cut It." All right, and just help make that movement even stronger. Right now, I got a tour going on called Building Better Barbers. It's myself, David Brown. He go by the name of D Brown, the Barber Goon, on Instagram and Twitter. Also a barber named Terrence Collins by the name of Toot the Barber. He's known on social media out in this barber industry. And Toot used to always talk to me, well, Chink, you on this platform right here with the rest of the elite barbers, but we down here. I said, no, we on the same pedestal. He said, no, Chink, be honest, you on a different platform with us, okay? And we not being recognized. So I said, you know something? Gotcha. What I'm going to do, I'm going to help start a platform for barbers that need to get recognized. So I'm here and they there. We're going to meet in the middle, form a team, and then get to this level by helping barbers with the skills, okay, the techniques of cutting hair, marketing, brand yourself, your nutrition. Because if you're not eating right, you're not living right, you're not doing right. You can't spend over 10 hours behind a chair if your body not properly nourished, okay? Also, money management, how to save, how to pay your taxes, okay? Because in this profession, we don't have health insurance. You got to get it on your own. We don't have pensions. We don't have Social Security. So you have to work. You have to pay your taxes, okay? You have to put money up the side, okay? Your kids look up to you. You don't want to be dead and gone and you don't have health insurance, life insurance. How your family going to bury you? You're leaving that burden on them. So the Building Better Barber Tour is for that. Also give you clipper maintenance, okay? Personal hygiene, okay? Oh, man, I can go on for days. This tour is just something different from the regular tours. I'm not knocking all the tours out here because I appreciate everything they did, and I learned a lot from them, but I want to add something different and put my own twist on it. And with me putting my own twist on it, David Brown, Terrence Collins, and my man Dink the Barber, we putting a whole twist on the whole industry. I got a brother named Dink the Barber. He's out of Uptown Philadelphia. He wasn't taking care of his body right. He wasn't listening to what his doctors were saying. Diabetes ran in his family heavy. He neglected his responsibilities as taking care of his body. Excuse me. He ended up getting diabetes, got over 24 surgeries in 18 months. Okay? He ended up getting his leg amputated. Right now, he walk around with a prosthetic leg, work over 10 hours a day cutting hair, one of the sharpest barbers in the world. Okay? He cut the Morrison twins that played for the Phoenix Suns from Philadelphia. They played at Kansas University. He a personal barber. Okay? NBA draft, he always at every draft, cutting everybody hair. The last probably 4 or 5 draft class, he was the in-house barber for them. Radio City Music Hall in New York, 2 days shy of getting out of the hospital, getting his leg amputated. That's the type of people I like to talk to. People that got touching stories and not letting nothing hold them back. So that's basically what the Building Better Barbers tour consists of, man. Like, it's just, we got over 27 tour dates for this summer, and we just going out and spreading the word, man. And also we help these barbers, there's females and males, become better mothers, brothers, sisters, and moms at the end of the day.
You know what? That's a lot of good stuff, and I applaud all the work that you're doing by yourself and through the Build a Better Barber tour. You said a lot, so I wanted to. How do you feel about the barber profession today, the industry as it is today? Do you think it's progressive? Like, what are your feelings and thoughts on it?
It's definitely progression. With the help of people like myself, Chink the Barber, it's definitely progression because at any given time, a barber, my phone line is always open. Okay, if I'm not spending time with my family, my line is always open. To help these barbers because, see, you go to barber school, no knock to the barber schools and institutions, but a lot of them just teach you the basics to pass your state boards test to get your license, now you're a barber. But now you got loans to pay back. You can't pay back loans because you're not making really money in the shop because they style of cutting and the style of cutting on the streets is not what they want. Okay, so now you don't have a clientele. So now you're gonna go get a side job, okay, that barely meeting minimum wage. So now you're already in the hole because you're a student loan. So now your credit is messed up, okay? So now you turn into the streets. You turn into other things to make money, not what you went to school for, okay? So that's what the tour consists of, okay? But that's why we're trying to educate so many barbers out here these days to make this industry last longer. Because if not, this industry will fade away that fast. But see, everything is technical these days. You got computers with this and robots for this, but people want haircuts in the shop, okay? And you got to keep it there, okay? You got to show people what they need to do, okay? It's not just about getting this money, getting them off my chair. You got to provide a service. You got to uplift people and let them know this profession right here go a long way, a long way. There's 3 professions you can make over $100,000 a year when you self-employed, okay? And that's being a bartender, okay? Being a waitress, that's being a barber. Okay? You are at demand. But you got to learn your craft and study it to become one of the elites. And it's possible for anybody. Look at me. I'm a skinny kid from North Philly that made it out the hood. Okay? So if I can do it, all things possible through Christ. So it's no way possible people can't achieve what they want to do. Okay? And this barber industry is like, it's there, man. You got people there. Everybody want to be a barber now. Everybody. And I'm loving
it. You said a lot of good things. So I wanted to get more into talking about you as a barber and growing up. When you went to the barber growing up, did you go with your father or did you have another male figure, or if not, who went with you to get your haircut? What was that experience like?
Well, coming up, I had a rough childhood. I had 5 uncles, 1 aunt, and my mother. Drugs basically took over my family. So if you wasn't using drugs, you was selling drugs. So I didn't really have that role model to take me to the barbershop. It was more so my mom would send me down the street, okay, or my grandma would come make ends meet. I let my friend Hassan introduce me into barbering, cut my hair. He about a year apart, grew up on 10th and Dolphin, North Philadelphia. So I really didn't have that experience of really going in the shop with a male figure, but I used to go down there, neighborhood barbershop. You take a ticket, like a raffle ticket. You take a ticket, that's your number. When they call your number, you get up to whoever chair is in the shop. I used to just watch how people love barbers, how they, gravitate to barbers, how barbers are so important to people. People feel comfortable with a person cutting their hair. So that's the type of things I looked at growing up. But really, I never had like that role model besides my grandma, Joanne Scott Sanders. Like that's my grandma, my grandfather, my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunt. You know what I mean? She was my everything, okay? I had my aunt Pubbles, okay? Her name Joanne Scott also. She was there. She was in college at the time, so she used to always feed me with positive things. Well, Chink, do good in school, do this. You can come over on the weekend. We can have a pizza party. We can this, we can that. So I look forward to them things. So I made sure I kept my grades right and stayed out of trouble because I knew my aunt was always promising me things,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Then also I got an aunt named Stacy from Norristown. She was a hairstylist then, so she's always let me come up for the weekend, sit in her shop. I see how everybody flock in and things like that. So I didn't have a male role model to really show me nothing. Okay, I had female role models. Okay, but the male role models that the male figures that was in my life, I looked at their mistakes and realized that's not the mistakes I want to make. So I do still give them. I guess I can say I give them credit for being role models because they was being role models in a bad way, but they not knowing that helped me look at it in a positive way. I looked at what not to do, so I won't be like them. If you understand what I'm saying.
Got you. Let's talk about the interactions in your shop and the shops that you went to as you growing up. Do you feel that it's a positive space for young men or men in general to come to? Like, what are the conversations like? Do you feel like men are building there, or what is your take on the barbershop as it is today?
Well, the barbershop as of today is the barbershop is good. I worked in about 7 salons, and each salon I worked in was a little bit different. Some of them was upscale, some of them was low class. And certain salons you can come in and talk about real things. Certain salons you can come in and talk about BS. In the salon I'm working right now, and I'm part owner with Mecca Unisex Salon. That's 1501 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA, on the campus of Temple University. You get a little bit of everything. You got a 50-chair salon, 25 stylists, 25 barbers. We got a nail salon, a juice bar where you can come in and get snacks and goodies or whatever while you're sitting here chilling. But when you sit in the chair, you experiencing a different barber experience. Like it's the level of conversation you get. We could talk to all age groups, educate barbers on right and wrong. I mean, people on right and wrong, male or female, things we've been to. I'm 36. I've been around for a while. I done seen a lot. I done learned a lot. We can pass on knowledge. We can talk about sports. We can talk about relationship. We can talk about family problems. Because I suffer from family problems still to this day. Okay, we was just conversating today. It's not a black household in Philadelphia, a black family in Philadelphia that don't have friction in their family. Some way, somehow, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and we just talking about that, how we trying to break the cycle for the next generation. We was talking to a couple high school kids, one was in 12th, one was in 10th grade, and just educating them. They was mostly just sitting there listening. You know what I mean? They said, hey, what y'all told us, like, I'm going to take that in because that's definitely a different cycle to break. So barbershop life is real good, and it's also, I love it because you can educate people and also make them look good at the same time. So you basically get best of both worlds, if you follow me.
What is your thoughts on the barber as a role model for young men? Like you're cutting hair of men. You said you got like 200 people in your clientele. What do you feel is
Yes.
your role in their development?
Well, my role in the development is really crucial and real important. See, in Philadelphia or in a lot of urban cities, you have a lot of single mothers. Okay, so they don't have that male role model in their life. Okay, a barber is that male role model. You know what I mean? 'Cause they can see me. Oh, Chink, he dressed like we dress. He wear Jordans and oh, he wear a nice watch and he sharp like us and he fly like us and he an older guy. He cool. Okay, so they can gravitate to what I'm doing and understand where I'm coming from and follow my lead. So I can talk to them about things or whatever, explain certain things to them so they can understand because they might not want to listen to their mom. Matter of fact, I can touch on the subject right here. I had a sister came in here a couple weeks ago. She asked me, says, Chink, I need to talk because her son, he was getting his hair washed. Chink, I need to talk to such and such. I'm like, all right, why, what's on? I caught him with his girlfriend. I caught him doing it in their room. Huh? Yeah, can you talk to him? Because I don't have no, I got you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, do what you want to do. I'm going to sit and talk to him. I cut his hair. We conversated. We talked about it. At the end of the day, he realized his mom allowed him to have company, but he can't do nothing else, and he respected. Okay, he respected where I came from because I kept it real. I wasn't a parent. I wasn't chastising him. but I was like his homie, but also like his role model. So I was a little bit of both. But he understood where I came from. Okay, and actually, his mom texted me today, make an appointment, and she said, "Thank you, Chink. I really appreciate it." I'm like, what? That talk you had with him a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, all right. She's like, no, I just appreciate it. And that was actually the day when she sent me that text. So it was like they look up to us and understand where we come from.
Do you feel a lot of barbers take that role seriously because you do have the ear of your clients, you do have the ear of young people who come into the shop? Do you feel today, 2014, that barbers are taking that role, their role as barbers and mentors and therapists? Do you think that they're taking that seriously and helping young men or men in general who come into the shop?
I can say 50-50 because I see some things on a daily basis that I'm not, excuse me, I don't approve of, and there's some things I do approve of. So it's 50-50. And like I said, with that questionnaire is like that's another reason why we decided to start the tour to help educate the barbers to be better role models, be better big brothers, okay, and help the younger generation or whatever out. Excuse me, or even a fellow coworker. So it's definitely it's a little lost, but it's coming around. I can't really say it's not as bad, and I can't say it's good, but you know what I mean. As long as I'm around, I'm gonna make sure we leave a good legacy and it become good.
It's good that you say that because a lot of people aren't aware that barbers were one of the first early professions for African American males. When we were brought over here from slavery, the barber profession, we had a quasi monopoly on it. A lot of those who became barbers became so because they were rented out by their masters.
Yeah.
They would go on to become abolitionists and lead the movement that would lead to us getting free. Do you feel that barbers in the barbershops are cornerstones of the community? Do you feel that barbers take their role as community leaders seriously, or do they just separate it? I'm a businessman and I don't really need to be in the community.
No, I think barbers take it seriously. I know quite a few brothers in this barber industry and sisters that actually go out and pit and work in the community, give out free haircuts. Like I be doing that on Father's Day at my church. Doing a lot of things to uplift people. Excuse me, sorry. Helping people in the community, giving out goods, giving out free haircuts, pencils, book bags. We do something like that every year here, at Mecca Unisex Salon, with the Villa Sneaker Store, Adidas. We give away free book bags, free haircuts, educate kids, pencils, things of that sort. So I think that's really a big role that a lot of people step up to the plate and doing, and I'm definitely can say I'm proud of being a part of that.
That's definitely good to hear because we want to make sure that we continue the legacy of having barbers be leaders in the community. Barbers have
Yeah.
led the abolitionist movement, have led the civil rights movement, and it's just important that as we move into the next centuries and next years that we realize that barbers have a critical history, an important history in male development. In your experience, do you feel that young men are young men are able to gain an identity, an identity from being in the barbershop? Or do you feel that today, with the advent of like hip hop and the negativity that we see in reality show, do you feel that they're leaning towards developing their own identity, regardless of what you may say as their mentor or something like that?
No, I think they listening. I think they separating both. See, with barbers in this age and time, they see the way we dress, so we dress similar to them. We dress similar to the rappers, the entertainers, and things of that sort. So well, we dressing like them. Okay, so we almost a little bit. They almost like they pair us. So they look at us as a role model. That's my old head. That's my OG. So they take in what we saying because they see what we got by just being a barber. So they like, well, dad, I'm gonna listen to him. Like, they definitely pay note. They pay attention. They really do. Definitely do. I can say that.
How do you feel a barber's role in the development of young ladies? Do you have women who come into the shop? How is that dynamic when women are in the shop?
Just my last client was a female. Well, she brought her son in. A lot of females, developments for females as far as mothers. We spoke to mothers around Easter time, that Easter week. Because a lot of moms bring their sons to the barbershop. Fathers don't. Granted, some fathers work, some fathers just not in the picture. And we was giving women kudos and props and giving out little flowers to them, just saying thank you, you know what I mean, for doing an excellent job of being a mother and stepping up to the plate as being a father sometimes. Okay, and like I said, granted, we understand some fathers at work, so they couldn't or whatever, and no knock to them, but for the ones that's doing it by themselves, we definitely pay much respect and homage to them or whatever. So, younger kids that come in the shop, like, you know, little girls might come in with their brothers or their dad to get a haircut, you know, we say hi to them, little small conversation things, make them laugh, make them joke, just make them feel comfortable. So at the end of the day, when they get older, they can say, well, my dad went to Mr. Chink, and Mr. Chink just was cool. He was always funny. He used to give us lollipops. He just was a cool dude. So they can get a right view and perspective of a barber.
Great, great, great. So one of the last questions. What do you consider to be the measure of a man?
Measure of a man. Wow. There's a lot of things I can touch on. Measure of a man. It's like basically first and foremost, your name and your words that you speak have to speak volume. Okay, as a man. Okay, your religion, your faith, your beliefs have to be something strong. Okay, you have to leave a legacy out here. Okay, to break the cycle of what's going on. Okay, practice what you preach. Be a great brother. Be a great uncle. Be a great father. A great grandfather. A great businessman. Whatever you touch your hands on, be the best at what you can do. But help change. Help uplift brothers and sisters. Okay, you have to leave a mark. You got to understand, everyone was paid here for a reason. And once you realize what your reason is, you need to capitalize on it and work hard and get at it. Because God bless you with something. And in order to continue to get blessed, you got to pay back them blessings. Okay, and you want to help, want to uplift. You never know who you talking to, when you talking to, just by the way they dress or talk. You never know who you talking to. As a man, you got to stand on your own too and understand you only got two things in this world. You got your name and you got your name and your word. And that's all you know what I mean? That's all you can hold off, man. If you do anything else short than that, it's a failure, man. It's a failure.
Chink, I really appreciate talking to you. Can you give the people one more time? Where's the shop located? What you got going on? How can people get in contact with you?
Okay, well, the shop is located 1501 North Broad Street. That's on 1 block south of Temple University. It's Mecca Unisex. We're in a plaza, a Progress Plaza, 2 doors down from the Radio Shack. We open 7 days a week. Sundays from 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, 8 to 12 midnight. My schedule, I'm here from Wednesdays through Saturdays. You can download my app. That's Chink the Barber. That's available on Android and iTunes. Or if you want to download it just to your computer device, you can put in Chinks. That's CHINKS app.com and take you right to that link. And you can go there and view my appointments, get different tutorials, instructional videos. You can follow my whole movement. Visit my website, chinkthebarber.com. My name is Chink, CHINKDA Barber. That's BARBER. Google the name. You can follow my whole movement from my tour dates to building better barbers to my personal ventures I got going on, to things I'm doing with Influence Hair Care, just to see what I'm about. Download that app. I appreciate the love, support. Measure of a Men, Barbershop. Like, I really appreciate what y'all doing and putting together, because back when I was coming up, there wasn't these type of platforms established. And what y'all doing is really a big thing. I look forward to doing more and better things with y'all in the future. And God bless y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
Really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. You enjoy your night and keep up the good work. All right. Salute to you, sir.
Definitely.
Go on.
Thanks, man. All right.